Hey man, welcome to Rise Anyway. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're just drifting? Like you're on a ship and the waves are taking you wherever they please, but you're not the one at the helm? Do you wake up some mornings with this quiet, nagging feeling that there's something more out there for you? Something you're meant to be doing, but you just can't quite put your finger on what it is? You see other guys, they seem to have it all figured out, a fire in their eyes, a purpose driving them. And you wonder, what's their secret? How do I find that for myself? Well, what if I told you that finding that direction, that deep sense of mission, isn't about some mystical revelation or a stroke of luck? What if it's a process, something you can actively uncover, build, and live? Today, we're not just talking about finding a job or a hobby. We're talking about unearthing your mission, that thing that gets you out of bed with genuine excitement, that makes you feel alive, that gives your efforts meaning. Ready to grab the wheel of your own life? Let's get into it. Look, let's be real. Many of us, especially men, walk around feeling this pressure to have it all together, to know exactly where we're going. But beneath the surface, there's often a quiet hum of dissatisfaction. Maybe you're in a job that pays the bills, but it feels empty. It doesn't light you up. You punch in, you punch out, and the days, weeks, and months blur into one another. Each Sunday night, you feel that familiar sense of dread for the week ahead, thinking, is this really it? Is this what I'm going to be doing for the next 10, 20, 30 years? Or perhaps it's not even about your job. Maybe you have a decent career, but there's still this internal void, a feeling that you're not making the impact you want to make or not using your true talents to their fullest. You see problems in the world or in your community or even in your own life, and you feel a pull to do something, but you're paralyzed by not knowing what or how. This lack of a clear mission, it can manifest in so many ways. Procrastination, a constant search for fleeting distractions, a lack of motivation that no amount of coffee can fix, a general sense of being unfulfilled, or even a low-grade frustration that simmers just below the surface. You might find yourself endlessly scrolling, binge-watching, or seeking temporary highs, all to escape that uncomfortable feeling that you're not quite living the life you were meant to live. You know you're capable of more. You feel it deep down. That inner voice whispers that there's a greater purpose waiting for you, a unique contribution only you can make. But how do you find it when you feel lost in the fog? How do you pinpoint that true north when all the compasses seem to be spinning? That's the core struggle we're tackling today. You're not alone in this, and the good news is there's a way through. All right, so how do we cut through that fog and start charting a course toward your mission? The very first step, the foundational piece, is to conduct an honest, deep dive inner audit. Think of yourself as an explorer, and your inner world is this vast, uncharted territory. Your mission clues are hidden there. We need to become detectives of our own lives. First, let's talk about passions and interests. What genuinely lights you up? What did you talk about for hours without getting bored? What activities make you lose all track of time? Don't dismiss anything as silly or unproductive. Maybe it's tinkering with old engines, reading history books, playing a musical instrument, coaching a kid's sports team, understanding how technology works, or even just organizing things meticulously. What did you love doing as a kid before the world started telling you what you should be interested in? Those childhood fascinations often hold powerful clues. These aren't just hobbies. They're indicators of your natural energy flow, the subjects and activities your soul naturally gravitates towards. Write them down. No judgment. What's one thing you've always been curious about but never pursued? Maybe now's the time to jot that down too. Next up, skills and talents. What are you genuinely good at? And I'm not just talking about skills you've learned for a job. Think broader. Are you a great listener? Do people naturally come to you for advice? Are you a problem solver? Can you explain complex things simply? Are you creative? Are you disciplined? Are you a leader, a builder, a connector, a teacher, a healer? List out both your hard skills, things like coding, writing, carpentry, financial analysis, and your soft skills, those character strengths like empathy, resilience, communication, patience. Sometimes we overlook our greatest talents because they come so naturally to us. We assume everyone else find them easy too. Ask a trusted friend or family member, what do you think I'm good at? You might be surprised by their answers. These skills are the tools you'll use to bring your mission to life. Then, we need to get crystal clear on your values. What principles are absolutely non-negotiable for you? What do you stand for? Is it integrity, honesty, compassion, freedom, creativity, personal growth, community, justice, environmental sustainability, innovation? Your values are your internal compass. When your actions and your mission align with your core values, you'll feel a sense of rightness and deep fulfillment. But if your mission or the way you pursue it clashes with your values, it will eventually lead to discontent, no matter how successful you appear on the outside. Take some time to really think, what ideals would you defend? What qualities do you admire most in others? These point towards your values. Finally, consider pain points, both yours and those you see in the world. What problems, injustices, or inefficiencies truly frustrate you? What makes you angry or deeply sad? What challenges have you personally overcome that you now feel equipped to help others navigate? Often, our greatest mission is born from our deepest concerns or our hardest-won victories. Turning a personal struggle into a way to serve others can be incredibly powerful. It could be something big, like tackling misinformation, or something more personal, like helping people overcome shyness because you once did. What issue in your community or the world at large makes you think someone really needs to do something about this? Maybe that someone is you. This inner audit, your passions, skills, values, and the problems you care about. This isn't a one-time exercise. It's something you can return to. But for now, really dig in. The answers are the raw materials for discovering your mission. Okay, you've done some inner digging. You got a list of potential ingredients, passions, skills, values, problems that move you. Now what? Do you just sit and meditate until your grand mission reveals itself in a flash of divine insight? Probably not. For most of us, clarity comes from action, not just contemplation. This brings us to exploration and experimentation. Think of this phase like a scientist in a lab or a chef trying out new recipes. You have your ingredients from the inner audit. Now it's time to start mixing them in small, manageable ways to see what works, what energizes you, and what feels right. Your mission isn't usually found. It's forged through trying things out. So how do you explore? Start small. You don't need to quit your job and dedicate your life to something new overnight. That's overwhelming and often impractical. Instead, look for low-risk ways to test the waters. If your inner audit pointed towards an interest in teaching, could you volunteer to tutor for an hour a week? If you're drawn to entrepreneurship, could you start a tiny side project with minimal investment, something you work on for a few hours on weekends? If a particular cause ignites you, can you attend a local meeting, read a book about it, or talk to someone already working in that field? I want to introduce you to a powerful concept here. Think of it as creating a minimum viable mission or a mission prototype. Instead of getting bogged down trying to figure out the perfect, all-encompassing lifelong plan, ask yourself, what's the smallest, simplest experiment I can run this week or this month to test one aspect of a potential mission? For example, if you think your mission might involve writing, your minimum viable mission could be to write one short article or blog post and share it with a few friends. If you feel a pull towards helping animals, it could be volunteering at a shelter for a single afternoon. The key here is to gather data. And I don't just mean external feedback, though that can be useful. The most important data is your internal feedback. After you try something, ask yourself, how did it make me feel? Energized or drained? Was I genuinely engaged, or was I just going through the motions? Did it feel meaningful, even if it was challenging? Did it align with my values? Did I use skills I enjoy using? Did it spark more curiosity or ideas? Don't be afraid if an experiment fails, meaning it doesn't resonate with you. That's not a failure at all. It's incredibly valuable information. It means you can cross that particular path off your list or refine your hypothesis and move on to the next experiment. Each no gets you closer to a yes. You wouldn't buy the first car you test drive, would you? You explore options. Do the same with potential mission pathways. What's one small experiment you could run in the next 7 days based on your inner audit? Think about it. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be a step. After you've done some honest self-reflection and dipped your toes into various experiences through exploration, you'll start to accumulate a wealth of information. Your passions, your skills, your values, what problems you want to solve, and how different activities feel to you. Now it's about connecting the dots to find the powerful intersection where these elements meet. This intersection is often where your most potent and fulfilling mission lies. Imagine four overlapping circles. One circle represents what you truly love to do, your passions. Another represents what you are good at, your skills and talents. A third represents what you deeply believe in, your core values. And a fourth represents a need in the world or a problem you feel compelled to address, your identified pain points or contributions. The sweet spot, that zone of profound alignment and impact, is where these circles overlap. Your mission is likely hiding in that convergence. This isn't always an obvious or instantaneous discovery. It requires conscious effort to look for patterns and connections. This is where tools like journaling become incredibly valuable. Take time to regularly reflect on your experiences. Ask yourself, when did I feel most alive and engaged during my explorations? What elements were present? Were there times when my skills, passions, and a sense of purpose seemed to click together? Describe those moments. Are there recurring themes or ideas that keep surfacing in my thoughts or in my experiments? How can I combine my unique blend of talents to address a problem I care about in a way that also honors my values and sparks my passion? For instance, let's say your inner audit revealed a passion for storytelling, a skill for clear communication, a core value of empathy, and you're deeply concerned about the lack of positive male role models for young men. Through experimentation, you might have tried writing blog posts, volunteering as a mentor, or even starting a small podcast. By connecting these dots, you might realize your mission lies in creating inspiring content, perhaps through videos, writing, or public speaking, that shares stories of positive masculinity and offers guidance to young men. You see how the different pieces click together? The storytelling, passion, is delivered through clear communication, skill, driven by empathy, value, to address the lack of role models, need/problem. This connection phase isn't about forcing pieces together that don't fit. It's about patiently observing, like an artist stepping back from a canvas to see the bigger picture emerge from individual brushstrokes. Sometimes, the connections are surprising. You might find that two seemingly unrelated interests or skills can be combined in a unique and powerful way. Don't limit yourself to conventional paths. What unique combination can you create? Look for that unique synergy, that special blend that only you can bring to the world. This is where your authentic mission starts to take shape. It's not just about what you can do, but what you feel genuinely called to do, where your unique contributions can make a real difference in a way that feels true to who you are. So you've identified a potential mission, something that feels like a strong convergence of your passions, skills, values, and a meaningful contribution. That's a huge step. But here's a crucial insight. Your mission is not a static, once-and-done discovery. It's an iterative process. It embraces evolution. Think of your mission not as a fixed destination you arrive at, but more like a guiding star. The star itself remains relatively constant, representing your core while your deepest values and sense of purpose. But the path you take towards it, the specific ways you manifest that mission, your what and how, can and likely will change as you grow, learn, and as the world around you changes. This is incredibly liberating. It means you don't have to have it all perfectly figured out from day one. It means it's okay to start down one path, learn from it, and then adjust your course. This isn't failure, it's refinement. It's course correction. Life will present new opportunities, new challenges, and new insights about yourself. A mission that feels right at 25 might evolve by the time you're 35 or 45, not because the old one was wrong, but because you've grown. For example, someone might start with a mission to promote health and wellness. Initially, they might express this as a personal trainer. As they learn more and gain experience, their mission might evolve. They might become a nutritionist, or develop an app for healthy habits, or even advocate for public health policies. The core mission, promoting health and wellness, remains, but the expression of that mission adapts. The why stays solid, while the what and how are flexible. So, how do you embrace this evolution? Stay curious and keep learning. Continuously seek new knowledge and skills related to your mission area. Regularly check in with yourself. Periodically revisit your inner audit. Are your passions shifting? Have you developed new skills? Are your values evolving or deepening? Does your current mission expression still feel aligned? Be open to feedback and new information. Sometimes the world will give you clues that it's time to pivot or expand. Don't be afraid to let go of what's no longer serving you or your mission. This can be hard, especially if you've invested a lot of time and energy into a particular path. But holding on to something that no longer fits will ultimately hinder your growth and impact. This iterative nature means you give yourself permission to be a work in progress. Your mission is a living, breathing part of you. It grows as you grow. So, as you step into what feels like your mission today, hold it firmly enough to give it your all, but loosely enough to allow it to transform when the time is right. This mindset will save you a lot of frustration and allow you to navigate your life's journey with more grace and effectiveness. All right, you're on this journey. You've audited yourself, explored connected dots, and you understand that your mission will evolve. But let's be honest, this path isn't always smooth. There will be obstacles. Now we must cultivate the mindset for the mission, the resilience and perspective needed to overcome these common challenges. First, let's talk about fear. Fear of failure is a big one. What if I try and it doesn't work out? What if I'm not good enough? Fear of judgment is another. What will other people think if I choose this unconventional path? These fears are normal. Everyone experiences them. The key isn't to eliminate fear, but to learn to act despite it. Reframe failure. It's not an endpoint, it's data. It's a lesson. Every successful person you admire has a string of failures behind them that taught them what they needed to know. As for judgment, remember this. You're living your life, not theirs. Your mission is about your authentic expression, not pleasing everyone. Whose approval matters more, strangers, or your own inner sense of purpose? Another common obstacle is a lack of clarity. Sometimes, even after doing the work, the path ahead isn't perfectly clear. You might have a general idea, but the specific steps are fuzzy. That's okay. Clarity often doesn't come before action. It comes through action. Take the next smallest step you can see. As you move, the fog will start to lift, and the next step after that will become clearer. Trust the process. It's like driving at night with headlights. You can only see a short distance ahead, but you can make the whole journey that way. Then there's societal pressure and expectations. We're often bombarded with messages about what we should be doing, what success should look like. Your true mission might not align with these conventional expectations. It takes courage to listen to your own inner voice and choose a path that's authentic to you, even if it's different. This is where knowing your why becomes your anchor. When your mission is deeply connected to your values and purpose, it gives you the strength to withstand external pressures. Don't forget impatience. We live in a world of instant gratification, but finding and living your mission is usually a marathon, not a sprint. There will be times when progress feels slow, or when you feel like you're not making a big enough impact quickly enough. Cultivate patience and persistence. Every small action, every consistent effort builds momentum. Think of it like carving a statue from stone. It takes many small, deliberate chips to reveal the final form. To help navigate these, consider the story of someone like Sir James Dyson. He went through over 5,000 prototypes of his vacuum cleaner before he got it right. 5,000. Imagine the fear, the potential for giving up, the moments of unclear next steps. But his mission to create a better vacuum, his why, kept him going. He didn't let obstacles define his journey. He used them to refine his approach. Your mission is worth fighting for. It's worth navigating the doubts and the difficulties. Building this resilient mindset, understanding that fear is normal, clarity comes from action, your path is unique, and patience is key, will empower you to not just find your mission, but to live it out day after day, no matter what challenges arise. So we've covered a lot. We've talked about digging deep to understand yourself, exploring possibilities, connecting the dots, embracing the evolution of your mission, and building the right mindset. But none of this information means anything if it just stays as ideas in your head. Your mission isn't waiting out there somewhere to be passively discovered like a hidden treasure. It's waiting to be activated by you. It requires you to take that first, crucial step. So here's my challenge to you right now. Don't click off this video and tell yourself you'll do it later. Later often becomes never. Grab a notebook or open a new document on your computer. Do it right now. And for the next 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, I want you to write down your honest answers to these 3 questions. 1. What did you absolutely love doing as a child before the world told you what you should or shouldn't do? No judgment, just list them out. 2. What problem or injustice in the world, or even in your own community, genuinely gets under your skin or makes you feel a strong urge to do something about it? 3. What skills or talents do people consistently tell you that you possess, or what things do you find come relatively easily to you? Once you have those answers, even if they're just a few bullet points, I want you to pick one small, tangible thing you can explore or act on this week. Just one. It doesn't have to be life-changing. It could be as simple as spending 30 minutes researching one of those childhood passions online. It could be having a conversation with someone who's already working on that problem that bothers you. It could be finding one small way to use one of your talents in a new context. The size of the step doesn't matter as much as the act of stepping. And then, I want you to come back here and share in the comments below. What's one interest or potential mission spark you're going to explore this week? Let's create a community of action right here. Let's hold each other accountable and inspire each other with our first steps. Seeing others take action is incredibly motivating. And of course, if this video has resonated with you, if it sparked something inside you, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more men who might need to hear this message. Make sure you subscribe to Rise Anyway for more content designed to help you unlock your potential and build your best life. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. We're building something special here, and I want you to be a part of it. All right, man, we're wrapping up, but this is really just the beginning for you. Finding your mission in life is one of the most profound and rewarding journeys you can embark on. It's not always easy, and it's rarely a straight line, but it is always, always worth it. Remember, your life has an inherent purpose. It's not about stumbling upon some grand, preordained destiny that's handed down from on high. It's about actively uncovering the unique intersection of who you are, what you love, what you're good at, and how you can contribute to the world around you. It's about crafting a life of meaning, one deliberate choice, one action at a time. The world genuinely needs your unique combination of passions, your specific talents, your lived experiences, and your heartfelt values. There's a contribution that only you can make in a way that only you can deliver it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. That perfection is a myth. Start searching. Start exploring. Start doing. This journey isn't just about finding a better career or a more interesting way to spend your time. It's about finding yourself at the deepest level. It's about waking up each and every day with that fire in your belly, that sense of direction, that quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are living a life aligned with your truest self. You absolutely have that potential within you. It's there. It's time to rise anyway. Step into your power and claim the fulfilling life that's waiting for you. Go get it.